Welcome into All Joe Madden here on Picks and Parlays. You guys, we're talking a Sunday night football primetime action here. I'm joined by Dan Geyser. Dan, good morning. Let's jump into the Sunday night football matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers rolling in as a dog to LA to take on the LA Chargers. Firstly, are you buying Pittsburgh as a dog after that strong performance in their last game out?
Yeah, that's the thing. The Steelers team, and to me, it's like I'm watching the three faces of Eve here. I mean, is it the team that beat the Colts and I was on the Colts, or is it the team that lost to Cincinnati? I mean, what team is it? That's the thing about the Steelers team. They're like the strangest 5-3 football team. But to be honest, the Chargers, I don't really make of them either. They're 6-3, but sometimes I watch it, I'm like, well, how's this team winning games? And then they look awesome in other games. So it's like two teams that I really don't have a great feeling on going at it. So it should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, it should be. So many question marks. Like you said, we know the Pittsburgh Steelers defense all of a sudden looked like they'd come back to life. The Pittsburgh defense that we all expected this season in that last game versus the Colts. And then the Charger is losing Joe Alton. They have lost him for the season, you guys. He was protecting Justin Herbert's blind side after Rashad Slater went out. That was what? Preseason that he went out, if not that first game. So they're needing help on that offensive line. We did see the Chargers trade for Penning. Now Penning coming in from the New Orleans Saints. We'll see what he's able to do. But Dan, with all these question marks around this game, are you finding a way to get in on the action? With the Steelers a 3-point dog, they're plus 126 on the money line. We know those stats behind Tomlin as a dog. The Chargers minus 148 on the money line, and we do have a total of 45.5. What are you thinking in this one?
Yeah, personally, right now I'm leaning Chargers. They played better at home this season. They put up almost 30 points. I think the last 3 or 4 games they played in SoFi. So I like their offense. I'm still not sure about this Pittsburgh's defense. Yeah, they look good against the Colts, but they stunk against a 40-some-year-old Joe Flacco. So again, they're hit or miss. Sometimes they look great, and I think Herbert will be able to pick them apart a little bit. But it's my play. I'm playing a prop in this game. I know prop numbers aren't out yet, but I like the over in this one. I think both offenses have shown the ability to score. Rodgers, he has to get it done through the air because a rushing attack has not been good. And Herbert's he's already thrown for over, I think, 2,300 yards. So he's just putting up a bunch of passing yards. I'm not really sold on either defense. So if I'm going to play something I'm going to play the over on this one. And then I'm also looking at probably the quarterback to throw for the Chargers to throw over 1.5 touchdowns in this game. So
I do like that. We know that Justin Herbert has so many weapons out there between Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, and then Quentin Johnson. There's so many weapons out there for him to be able to get that ball to. I do like him for the over 1.5 passing touchdowns as well. While we're on Justin Herbert, what are your thoughts on his ability to move the ball with his legs? We know Justin Herbert this season, Dan, is looking so much more fiery out there on the field than we've seen in past years. It does give me concern, you guys. I am a Chargers fan. I hate to see my quarterback take those hits, but he's running nicely out on the field.
Yeah, I guess he's not really a runner. And those guys that like to run, like Allen's one of them that likes to run and lower his shoulder and run over people. It's one of these times they're going to get hurt. I'm just scared of that. But yeah, I think he may be able to get some nice yardage in this game because, the Pittsburgh defense likes to put a lot of pressure, and sometimes they get out of the lane. So you may have some open running ability, especially with them trying to cover, the weapons they have at receiver. So yeah, he may be able to pick up some yards there. Herbert. See, every time I get Herbert, and if I'm not thinking right, I always think of Bobby Aber. So that's why I said San Diego's the Chargers quarterback because I didn't want to mess up his name. I kept was it popping in my head instead of Herbert.
Yeah. Just think Herbie out there is so great for the LA Chargers. Love what he's bringing to the table. What are your thoughts though on Aaron Rodgers in this game? If you're liking the over 45.5, you got to think Rodgers is impactful. What do you think the Steelers game plan will be in this one? Do you see them playing a solid run game or a solid balanced attack, or do you see Rodgers really airing it out? We know he's fantastic at those long, deep balls coming out, those Hail Marys. Rodgers normally can get those done.
Yeah, he kind of surprised me a little bit this year with how well he's playing. Yep. But he does have DJ Metcalf, which is a good weapon for him. Yeah, I see him having to throw the ball because the running game's been terrible. I think they against the Colts, and they won that game, kind of easily. They only rushed for like 30 or 40 yards with their main running back, and he's only got 400 yards on the season. So they're not establishing a run. It's kind of an on Pittsburgh like team because usually they like to run the ball and just mix in the pass when need be. But the way the way the season's going, I think it's going to be a big passing day for Rodgers. I just don't see them running the ball that well. They haven't all season. I don't see why it's going to start now. Their offensive line is kind of a little bit like the Chargers. It's banged up. Their starting guard maybe is questionable again for this week. So, that's you look at all these teams that they love to run the ball up the middle, Pittsburgh, Detroit, the Bears. And if you don't have that inside, those three guys in the middle of the line, you struggle. And for running the ball, I know the Chargers had lost both tackles, but that hurts their passing game more than their running game. And the Chargers are banged. The Chargers don't have any running backs. You know that. They don't have any other running backs get hurt. I think they're on running back 4 or 5 right now for the season. So I think it's going to be both teams going to be airing the ball out a lot. And I just see a lot of points being scored in this one against these defenses that are okay, but they're not great. So I see a lot of points in this one.
Okay, let me throw one thing at you because you guys, I love the defensive side of things. I love the defensive side for the props. So Dan, when we look at the offensive lines, we look at the changes out here for the Chargers. We look at TJ Watt on the other side of the ball. He's a one-man wrecking crew. And then you look at the Chargers. You talked about the offensive line issues out there for Aaron Rodgers in front of him. You do have Khalil Mack. What are your thoughts on the anytime sacks? Even though these quarterbacks can have great days, airing out that ball a lot does lead to those sacks. I'm going to be betting the sacks in this one. Do you like those props at all?
Yeah, I do because, as you said, the Chargers, even they decided they got that tackle from the Saints. It takes time to get gelled with the new offense and everything, and so I do like that because, well, especially on the Chargers defensive side because Rodgers is. He's still 40 years old. He still doesn't move well. So,
on those old guys out there, Dan. Come on, the old men can still move the ball.
I'm old, but I don't play quarterback either. So, and I can't run. So I'm just saying, from an old man that can't run, I got these big guys coming down that can run. I do see some sacks. The only thing about Rodgers is. Depends what kind of offense they go with. If they try to go with the quick passes, it's going to be difficult to get sacks. But if they get behind and have to throw the ball deeper, then I think you'll be able to pick up a couple sacks against Rodgers in this game.
Okay, you guys, let's look for defense to have some breakthroughs getting to the quarterbacks. But both of these quarterbacks do have solid days out there airing out that ball. Dan is liking the over 45.5 and Justin Herbert over the 1.5 passing touchdowns. This should be a fun Sunday night football game. We know Steelers fans travel, and we know Chargers really don't have a home edge in LA. So this will feel like a Steelers game, I'm sure, when we watch this. But Dan, I know that you have a ton for sale over on picksandparlays.net. Could you let people know what to expect when they go over and get your packages?
Yeah, right now I've already got up a Big 12 game of the year up right now.
Nice.
And then I've started to get today's card finished, but I'm just looking ahead for college football that'll be up later today. Yeah, a couple Friday night games, a whole bunch on Saturday. There's a lot of games I like this weekend. So it's gonna be a huge college football weekend. Then you got college basketball here or there. I think there's a couple big games on Saturday. So it's busy. It's a busy time of year again.
It is the best time of year. And you guys, if you are looking for all of Dan's football play, you want to head on over to picksandparlays.net to grab those. So for Saturday and Sunday, you can get all of his plays in professional and college football for just $49 for Saturday and Sunday. Anything that he loads up, it doesn't matter if it's a 5% or a 4% play, you'll get all of them. As an added bonus, he will include those Monday plays at no extra cost. So that is your Weekend Warrior package. That will get you just football on the weekend. If you're looking for more than football, you can grab those Friday best bets from Dan for just $7 for that best bet. But for the rest of 2025, for just $8.30 a day with college basketball, college football, NFL, NHL, there's so much going on in the world of sports. You want to get the long-term package, $8.30 a day for the rest of 2030 or 2025. Why did I almost say 2035, Dan? If I'm 10 years ahead, can I just get the almanac like back from the future? Like, come on.
Yeah, I could use that right now. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't need to add another 10 years on my life right now. I'm
That is for sure. You guys, thanks so much for joining us here to break down the Sunday night football game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the LA Chargers. Don't forget, Dan is liking this one to the over 45.5. You're getting that right around -105. He's also liking Justin Herbert for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. These quarterbacks to air it out. And I do love the defensive sacks coming in. TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, and Dan did second that. So you guys, all the best in all of your bets. We'll see you again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button over here on YouTube so you don't miss out on anything that we're putting out here. Bye, you guys. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.